So here we are. Welcome.
We're beginning.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having us.
It's an honor and a privilege.
Do we want to talk shop? I think here's what I think. Like if you're gonna lean into the DIY, like lo-fi aesthetic, then make it kind of funny and interesting. Like GoPros on the head could be cool.
I think right.
But then again, after like a couple weeks, you're gonna be like, "Fuck, I gotta put this thing on my head." That gag will wear off, right?
Yeah, like maybe a one time. Wait, I'm obsessed with this dog. Omar, you're so cute. What the hell?
She needs to hear that. She used to be the cutest.
She still is the cutest.
You've had her forever.
I've had her forever, yeah.
Are you gonna clone her?
No, I think I don't know. I feel like you make a copy of this one at this point, it's just a bad move,
Right.
Yeah,
She's like an old tattered zine. You don't want to copy that. I feel like
her little body is so cute. Oh hi. Oh hi.
Oh wait.
Omar, you're really pepping up with the attention. So listen, here we are. We're live on the show. Jason's got everything recording. We got all the cameras going. You guys don't need all of this, just so you know.
Thank you.
People come here and they say, you have 3 cameras set up. We got the fucking quasars, whatever those are called now. What do they call them now? Sure. They used to be called quasars. Now they're called something else. 3 cameras. Look at this. Look at this giant soundboard. This is ridiculous. And I'll tell you why. And I've explained this before. When I started the show with my partner, he was like, hey, we're going to be rich. You're going to be making like $200K a year because of my YouTube. Dude, he's like $240 a year. He netted. He's like,
did that come to fruition? Or?
No. Are you kidding me? I would be in a studio. No. He's like, we're going to make $240 a year based on my YouTube numbers. I was like, for talking like once a week, let's go. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. Not his fault. We put it up and they were just like, why would they want to buy what he's selling, not what I was selling. Which is like they see him, my co-host is Maddie Matheson, who that is.
Yeah.
And his brand is like yelling about like brisket.
Food.
Right?
Yeah.
And like and it's a very like middle America loud tattooed white guy thing.
Right.
I'm in the middle of the show and they're like, what the fuck is this? We don't get it. And I was dragging the show into more of like my waters. And I think it crushed it. I don't think it worked. I think it fucked it up for him. So he eventually left and he left us with all this equipment, which we spent, what, $80,000 on in the beginning?
No, stop.
We went in deep because we were going to be rich. It was like the classic stupid thing.
Yeah, it was like the returns on this are going to be amazing.
Yeah,
I crunched
like,
the numbers.
no joke. Like, yeah, it's going to be, this is a drop in the bucket. This is like 1/3 of one episode. And, what happened was it didn't go off. And we overkilled with the equipment because he wanted to go on YouTube. I would never go on YouTube. If I was starting a podcast, I would just be like, let's go audio for as long as humanly possible. Because once you start doing this, it gets easier for Jason because he's kind of a maestro at this point of like maneuvering all this shit. But the reality is it's a lot of extra work when I could probably just buy a Zune and a mic and just be like, let's set up anywhere.
A Zune?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the industry standard. Am I wrong? Am I saying the wrong thing? Zune MP3 player.
Mm-hmm. Wait, really?
No, not an MP3 player, you jackass. It's called a Zune, isn't it? A Zoom. It's called a Zoom. Did I say Zune?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking
the competition
about, like,
for the iPod?
Yeah.
Your eyes lit up. You love dead technology.
Yeah, I do. I'm a big fan.
So
also that era.
Yeah, great era.
Great era.
Aesthetically.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We literally were just talking about this.
Yeah.
Really?
I was seeing it at that point.
Yeah.
How old were you guys at that point when the Zune was around?
God.
Like 8?
I was like a freshman,
what
sophomore
year
in
was
high school.
That
was like 2005, 2006.
I was 11.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Formative years.
Very formative.
14, 15.
I think you guys should introduce yourselves.
Great.
Okay, I'm Liz.
I'm Harmony.
We both have a podcast called
h.a.g.s Pod.
Have a Great Summer.
And it's us together.
Yeah.
That's great.
Chatting.
Yeah.
Great name.
Having a conversation usually.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And what I've heard is like I'm hearing a lot of buzz in the streets about the pod. And what I'm hearing is that
yeah. What are you hearing?
it's geared towards mostly like bi-coastal. You don't like the part.
We can cut that, right? We'll fix that in post.
No, I'm teasing. No, I think it's great that you guys are starting a pod. I think it's like.
Am I allowed to vape?
Great description.
What?
Allowed to vape.
I don't know. I just took it. I listened to I listened to some of one because I was like running around. I wanted to listen to it, and I think it was the one with the who's dinging? Is that me? Or
I think that's. I'm not dinging.
Oh, that could be me.
I would be dinging.
I am silently.
It's me.
I'm phone silent, girl.
I'm so bad.
I'm gonna go silent. That was me. Sorry.
It's okay.
So yeah, you guys have a podcast called Hags,
Yes.
Yeah.
and I started listening, and it was like you're talking about people that drink their own piss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
One of those people that you explained to me, I know who one of those guys is.
Yeah.
I won't go any further, but it's like not a shock that man drinks his own or drank his own piss.
Yeah.
Because
Somebody has to do it.
Yeah.
Well, there's really compelling arguments. Like you get these like what are the Ayurvedic? How do you say that word? Ayurvedic?
Ayurvedic.
Ayurvedic.
Yeah.
Those guys, those Ayurvedic dudes with the beards, and they're just like, listen, you drink your piss,
You drink your Orin.
you drink your Orin, yeah,
Yeah.
and you can do a pH test on your own like caloric and food intake.
Oh wait.
Right?
What?
Like, yeah, because you can monitor. You're like, oh, my piss is too sweet. I'm drinking too much. I'm eating too much sugar.
Yeah, that was kind of part of
Right.
what, like, basically we went over who we anonymously described as guzzlers 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And all of them who were drinking their own piss, like, drank it for a specific reason.
Yeah.
But then there were these like these benefits that they hadn't expected, and one of them was that they ate better because it affected the way their piss tastes.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to do that.
So
I mean,
yeah.
it really is getting
That might slow me down a little bit.
getting
you know?
interpersonal with yourself in a new
Yeah.
way. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you guys ever?
I think I would.
That's a good question.
I would under the right circumstance.
Maybe.
I feel like if the data was more compelling, because
Yes.
it does seem like everyone's up for anything these days. Like
Yeah.
people are eating raw meat
Yeah.
like crazy.
Liver King.
Liver King.
Liver King
Yeah.
culture is crazy.
Raw meat
Yeah.
and steroids, obviously.
Yeah.
there's no
I heard
way.
liver is really good for your skin.
Yeah,
Like a lot of like really hot like TikTok girls are talking about
Just
eating
eating liver?
I think it's
yeah.
interesting the rise of like hot girls eating like disgusting meat, like
Yeah.
raw meat. I think it's interesting. It's crazy. Liver
Yeah.
King, his effect.
the Liver King effect
Liver
on
King
hot
effect.
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for girls eating. I like when girls are eating meat as opposed to like just eating like salad or whatever hot
Yeah.
girls are eating at the time. Whatever hot girls do
Well,
eat.
Harmony's keto.
I'm keto right now.
Oh, okay.
Hot girl
Sick.
eating meat.
So I'm meat. I'm a
I
meat
grew up
eater
in
right-
Texas.
Yeah.
We raised Angus beef, so
How long have you been keto?
It's a new development. I've done it before. I have this thing called PCOS. It's confusing.
we also discussed this on the pod.
We discussed this on the pod, but I was vegan right before because I was following like kind of medical medium adjacent information, which is like this whole other raw vegan shit. You
What's
know,
a medical medium?
he's like this.
Oh, it's a guy.
It's a guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was following his information. And it was like helping my. I'm just kind of trying to follow whatever helps the hormones. And then recently, I was with my boyfriend, and he eats keto, and I've been eating raw vegan, so it's just been like very
Oh my God.
difficult.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and I've heard keto is as good for hormone imbalance and stuff. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll just like do what you're doing, even though I've done it before and it hasn't been that great. But this time it's been the best. So
How long have you been doing it?
like a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Have you been keto?
I was a keto warrior at one point.
Oh, you were a keto warrior.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
I mean, it's kind of fun because I would go to the gym, make myself really hungry, and then like wander into a place and just eat like a pound of rib tips, you know?
wow.
Kind of sick. Like, or I would like do the same thing and get up in the morning and be like, I would have a ribeye, 4 eggs, 5 pieces of bacon for breakfast. Like,
Damn, you were the liver king.
it was crazy.
That's so slick.
And it does work, you know, for a while, but then eventually, like everything, you get tired.
I
You're
mean,
like,
your body, I don't think is that good at digesting it long term. Like, I think it's good in short stints from what I understand, but like long term, I'm like unsure.
Who's that one guy that's like always talking about eating keto and then like
Jordan Peterson?
No, segues like really quickly into like childhood trauma and is like really unhinged.
Oh, I'm interested. I don't know who that is though.
He's like a TikTok guy.
oh, really?
he's a keto.
He's
Are
Googling
you
childhood
looking at-
trauma, eating meat.
I'm so
But-
interested.
But you know, Jordan Peterson's a big keto, he's not even keto. He's like carnivore. Because keto is like allows for cheese
Right.
and dairy. Carnivore is
I
just
know.
straight up meat.
I've researched carnivore extensively on
Yeah.
Reddit, which is, I guess, not the best resource
Yeah.
for research, but it's people have really like amazing stuff with eating carnivore.
Do you know how fucked we are that we're we're referencing Reddit and TikTok and like
I know.
Jordan
some
Peterson,
guy and Jordan Peterson, like
Will
Yeah.
Blunderfield.
Yeah.
right. We're just referencing like,
It's just the zeitgeist is the data at this point.
Right.
It's bizarre.
but we would have never. I mean, years ago, this would have never been the case. So we're just like like anyone can like decide that like this guy's like I'm the liver king, right? He's fucking juiced out of his brain.
Oh,
The dude's
so
like a ninja
juiced.
turtle. Like it's crazy, right? Like he's like, I just eat liver. Like give me a fucking break.
no, he's so juiced.
You
It's
think he's
crazy.
juiced?
Oh, yeah.
You don't think it's just all the liver?
You can't get that buff without juice.
the
There's
way
no
it
I feel like you
looks
just told me
too.
Santa Claus isn't real or something. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go get my glass of water. Can I do
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
I can get it.
Oh, thank you.
He's gonna produce. He's a great producer. He's gonna produce
Oh,
your
wow,
water.
amazing.
Yeah,
Thank
wow.
you so
Produce
much.
the water, Jason.
Jason's
He's-
on
Wow,
it.
Jason.
Look at him.
Jason.
So tall.
Jason.
Wow, that's nice. Jason likes that kind of support. Now, when you guys want to
Wow.
turn,
Thank you,
when you're ready to
Pam.
turn on Jason, let me know because that's where I excel.
No. Wait, I'm
You guys can't be mean to him.
cuddle with the puppy.
Yeah. So liver. Yeah, the liver thing. I don't know. I mean,
Have you participated in like the supplemental like dried out liver? I know people do that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm interested in that.
I hear ads
I
for
want
that.
to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all about organs at this point.
Wait, are you into Huberman Lab?
No,
I've gotten obsessed with him. I'm
no,
obsessed.
but
I don't know who this is.
This woman that trains me tells me I got to listen to Huberman. But instead I listen to like stupid podcasts.
Oh, Huberman Lab is the
Oh, this is
sauce.
the one you were
What's so
talking
great?
about on the pod.
He's like daddy, first of all. Like his vibe is like, I'm a Stanford professor and I really know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to have someone who equally knows what they're talking about on the show. And they basically just like biddle battle about like the body, the mind, different things, health related in a very like both intellectual but also like understandable way that's like accessible for anyone.
It's kind of like this show, but our thing is like drinking piss. And
Yeah,
stuff like that.
they're like a little more
Yeah.
science driven.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a tiny bit.
This
But
is like
You guys are both
anecdotal,
Ivy League
experiential
graduates.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yeah,
of piss drinking in
Of
a way.
piss drinking, yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
But you
I
must.
should be listening to Huberman.
It's
I
great.
should be listening to that, but instead I'm like completely.
What's your sauce? What do you get into?
Do you even
mean-
listen to podcasts?
Yeah, I do. I
Okay.
listen to a lot of podcasts. I mean, of course, I listened.
I was literally those were the words that were
I've
gonna
never
come out of
I've
my
never
mouth.
said that on the air, but like just
R.I.P.
leave-
Exposing your.
R.I.P.
Oh wait, it's over.
no,
Yeah.
it's turned into something else.
I've never
It's
listened.
like
My friend used to listen to
what
it.
I
I
hear
guess.
from other people.
and
not
then I listen
myself.
to. I mean, if I pull up my thing, I can't sit and do a running list of what I listen to. I'm just gonna only tell you like the non-embarrassing stuff. I listen to.
Wait, no, the embarrassing stuff.
Yeah,
is the most
yeah,
important
that's
part.
like the whole
whole zhuzh.
Yeah,
I mean, I listen to.
you have the hags on. You got to be like intimate and
Okay,
vulnerable.
okay, I gotta be vulnerable. Well, I can just show you as.
Okay,
I mean,
and then we'll be like,
I listen to this thing called,
Okay, I don't know what that is.
which is like they
Yeah, no
talk about
idea.
movies.
On there.
Yeah, but
That
I
sounds-
don't.
I like
I didn't
movies.
listen to it.
So you learn about movies before you watch them, basically.
No. It's the opposite. It's movies that you've seen a million times, and they discuss it, and they talk about why they're so great, and then you have to watch it again. They'll be like, "We're gonna do True Romance," and then they talk about it. And
Oh,
they tell
I
you all
love
the
that
stuff.
Cool.
movie.
So it's like a movie club.
Yeah,
That sounds
it's,
cool.
It's really good. Like it's just really good
Should I take notes on
mainstream.
this? I should watch.
Oh my
should
god,
I
actually,
should
If you want.
I mean, it's super good
I mean,
mainstream
we're-
shit.
we have
this
it
is
documented.
recorded, but
Yeah.
I mean, it might not make. I'm just gonna write it down. I don't want to forget.
Okay, she's writing it down.
Okay.
At times, I'm sure you guys have never heard of that one.
I don't know.
I feel like, and I'm not taking shots, but I feel like there's like, there's been, since that there's been like, I think it's created a lane for women to enter podcasting. A certain type of woman that doesn't podcast is now podcasting, right? Am I wrong?
I honestly just didn't even listen to podcasts
Mm-hmm.
really, but then I was like, I really like talking, so I was like, maybe this is a good place for me to go in my life. And then as I've begun the process, I've started listening to more, but I've never really gotten into them.
I feel so cringy even talking about
Like
podcasts that I listen to because I just feel like it's like an indictment of something. Or like I'm gonna be stealing things from these things accidentally, and they're gonna catch me. Not them, but the fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm so embarrassed. It's such an embarrassing question.
No, it's
for me.
okay. This is a safe space.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's
This
not?
is a safe space.
It's safe.
Yeah.
You also have access to the editing.
Yeah, yeah.
True. I'm
it's-
just gonna
it's
bleep
extra
all
safe.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm pretty like I used to listen to this thing called which is like just talks about terrible people.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's kind of cool. I used to listen to occasionally.
Wow, you're deep.
I mean, I've been listening to podcasts. It's interesting if I want to get in my my hustler Sigma grind set mode and I want to
so Sigma.
build a company. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like is like
Was that how Born and Raised happened?
That's how Born and Raised happened. Yeah. I just listened to a podcast and I was like, that's how they made.
You studied the craft of being
Birkenstocks.
Sigma.
Yeah. Guys, you ever find you guys subscribe to things that you're paying for that you're not using a lot? I got an answer for that. It's called Truebill. Do you know why free trials renew without your consent? It's a business scam out to get you. Don't let greedy corporations pocket your money. Download Truebill to take control of your subscriptions. Harmony right now is downloading Truebill and simultaneously recording me doing a Truebill ad. Talk about meta, huh, Jason? Well, fuck me sideways. Truebill is a new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions you don't need, want, or simply forgot about. On average, people save up to how much, Liv? 700. Liz?
Liv?
How much?
Okay.
On average, people save up to how much, Liz? $720
I was gonna say
a year with Truebill. Can you imagine what you could buy with $720?
I honestly can't. That's crazy.
That is a lot.
It's crazy.
That is a lot of Postmates.
I think you're right.
Like
We need
one
it.
thing at H. Lorenzo.
Everyone needs it.
That's one thing. That's one pair of socks at Departamento.
Yeah.
Because companies make subscriptions hard to cancel, Truebill makes it incredibly simple. Just link your accounts and Truebill will cancel your unwanted subscriptions in one tap. Subscriptions. I sound drunk today. I sound insane.
I also feel drunk in spirit.
Like when you're just,
Yes.
you talk this much and your eyes aren't working and
I'm
your
just
brain's like, where's my...
I need to veg out on the couch.
You need to veg out, yeah. Because companies make subscriptions hard to cancel, it's a scam. They do make it hard to cancel. They make it hard for you to exit. You know, how many gym memberships do you have, Jason? 4 different gym memberships that you've not canceled that you're still paying for?
It's crazy.
You could have a Range Rover. Your Truebill concierge is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions, so you don't have to.
Nice. It sounded really good.
Um,
Oh, it's not done.
Personal experience.
I got a toot locked and loaded.
Oh.
Oh, dude, if you rip a fart on the show into the mic, that would be huge. We can lead with that. Oh my God.
Here we go.
Shh. It's not going to go.
It's getting shy.
No, you have to you can't.
You really have
gotta
to give
sit up
it-
off the chair. Yeah, you have to go sideways.
Tear down those stereotypes. Let's go.
Wait, it might smell bad.
No, that's great.
It's fine.
I would love if it stank.
Did you fart? Good job. Yep. Live from Los Angeles. It's Leslie's fart.
That's our first. Why is it? Why is it?
Accurate, too.
Why is it still funny? Why is it so? Why are farts so funny?
I mean,
You guys fart in front of your sig other?
We talked about this.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
talked about this on the pod.
I've gotten to that point. Yeah.
Literally, and I regret that so much. You have to cut it. It doesn't have like an aroma.
Let's just think about cutting.
I think
it.
it's pretty good.
I think it's.
I think it should be the opening.
Listen. Do you want to go viral? You're gonna have to fucking cut some farts.
Yeah.
I have a no fart in my relationship.
Wait, I need to see it.
I think it was really
Yeah.
good.
I think you did it in a
Jason.
cute way where you're like.
It was kind
you
of
turn to the side and you
pensive,
go,
feminine. Yeah.
Did I look hot?
You did. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a whole. There's a
There's a
subgenre.
demographic of guys that are going to
Cake
think that
farts.
was very hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a 3 fart a year rule in my relationship, which I instituted because I feel like if I start farting all the time, I'm going to completely open up a door for maximum disrespect on both sides. So, and I don't use my 3 farts a year. And I used one last night
How was that?
just to test the waters. I don't fart in front of my girlfriend because I could fart all the time, all
Yeah.
day. I could just be
Really, you're a farty guy.
if I want to be, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Gassy
I'm not
boy.
super farty.
I can be farty.
Yeah.
And I farted and she didn't like it. But you know what? She burps.
Was it stinky?
No, it wasn't stinky. No. But she burps, which
What
I
did
hate.
it sound like?
Like,
Oh.
Wow.
I mean, that sound was pretty
sounds
wet.
aggressive.
so
Yeah,
legit.
it sounded wet.
Listen, I'm a real man who really farts. So I'm
Yeah.
not playing any games. So listen, Truebill has over 2 million users and helps save them over 100 million. I will say this. I use Truebill because I'm constantly buying things and subscribing to things on my phone without thinking. I recently subscribed to BritBox just so I could watch old episodes of Extras. And I know that bill is going to haunt me. And I'm going to fire up the old Truebill. It's going to show me everything. And not only am I going to delete BritBox, I'm probably going to delete like 5 other things that I don't need. Like there's weird, stupid like programs that you use to like, here's a program I'm paying for that like helps me resize photos for Instagram. Whatever. You don't need all that shit. It's sucking money out of your life.
cool.
Truebill has over 2 million users and helped
too.
save over 100 million. Like Matthew B, who says, I love Matthew B. And Matthew B says, in a matter of seconds, I saved $880 for the year on my DirecTV bill, saved $120 for the year on my SiriusXM bill, and saved $840 a year on car insurance. Don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at Truebill.com/PTA. Go right now, Truebill.com/PTA. It could save you thousands a year. Truebill.com/PTA.
Wow.
And then I have, see, he's in there.
I love him.
Oh, he is daddy.
He's so daddy. And
Wait,
there's
let's go back.
videos. There's videos of them too. You must.
That's
Yeah,
your
look
vibe.
at that jawline. That's crazy.
He's cool.
He's pretty alpha, right?
And he's he's so alpha. And he knows what he's talking about, which is hot.
So hot.
Yeah.
So hot when people know what they're
He's
talking
alpha
about.
but smart,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the Sigma thing, right?
I don't even know, to be honest. Like,
Sigma's like the loner alpha.
is
right?
that, I don't know what Sigma is. I'm just repeating memes at this point.
Sigma's
I just know
like,
Sigma's like boss.
whenever I take a test, I'm like Sigma. And alpha's boss, but Sigma's like the lone wolf boss. Like you do things apart from the pack and you're not afraid to like move against the stream, and like
okay.
start a revolution.
I'm so Sigma.
Yeah.
I'm actually like, I'm only Sigma. I'm Sigma in the sense that like I'll just like work and then hide. So I don't know how Sigma that is. Like sometimes I don't want to
Yeah,
be around
hiding
people.
doesn't feel.
That's not very Sigma.
Hiding
It's like
feels
you're just
beta.
burnt out.
I'm gonna be
Yeah, I
honest.
think I'm just
Yeah.
burnt out on myself. So I just kind of like
The beta burnout.
yeah, I got the beta burnout. I'm Sigma with
You
rising
can rotate
beta.
through.
Right? Oh, you can rotate
I think
through.
you can rotate through. There's phases.
My moon is beta. I'm Sigma alpha. My moon is beta.
Yeah.
I can-
Okay.
I can-
You're maybe Sigma rising.
Sigma
Alpha
rising.
sun.
Alpha sun, Sigma rising.
Do you consider yourself alpha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on the context, right?
Yeah. You're like, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I mean in a
Like
only
who like out alphas you? Do you think?
Yeah.
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 I mean
In
I'm
what context do you feel
Less alpha.
Yeah.
I mean the only time where that happens is like at work when I get shut down and stuff.
Right.
If someone's like, and I have to be an adult and be like, okay, that's fine, you know.
Right.
But like that does come up where you're like,
Is compromise beta? Because that feels kind of Sigma.
I think compromise is Sigma.
Okay.
yeah, like I've
So
learned,
maybe that's actually Sigma.
I learned to compromise because I want to go home. Right? Because I'm like, well, I can either fight this thing or I can look at it and say, well, what does it really mean? Is it because a lot of times it is about me and not wanting to give up any ground. And then you have to learn that like,
Alpha.
oh, wait a minute, hold on. If you're in a fucking relationship, you're like if you're a man and you're in a relationship that's not like a one-sided relationship, you're so cuck the fuck out. Like you
Yeah.
just have to like there's just certain things you have to just like be like, yes, dear, okay.
Yeah.
If you want it, like I just think about it as I want to go home at night.
Yeah.
At some point, although my relationship isn't one of those. It's all like because I'm always wrong. Like I do everything. Everything is I'm not right in that situation.
God.
So
As long as you
Dreamboat.
know, yeah.
no, I
We
know,
love to
but
hear
I know
this.
after the fact. Like
Yeah.
I'll be like, fuck, no, and then after I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like
Yeah.
I'm wrong about 94% of the time about everything in
I feel
regards
I
to
feel like
like
it's
that.
rare that men admit that they're wrong. So that's like a real.
No, I know that I'm
You're
like,
already ahead.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just insane. Like but I know it, so that makes me more sane.
Right.
Right.
Because like the self-awareness circles back.
Or
Yeah.
it makes you more crazy.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you're like unsure, you're questioning.
Yeah, well, you have to say like, you have to think to yourself is like, am I doing this because I really feel this way, or am I doing this because my damaged brain is making me feel this way?
Right.
Right. Like, what's really driving this?
Right.
You know.
Oh, so hard to tell. That's where intuition comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or sometimes you have to just like buckle. You got to buckle your seatbelt and be like, this is the good thing to do. I will do this no matter how weird it feels.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to like talk yourself into doing the right thing.
I love doing the right thing.
Love.
You do?
Big fan.
Yeah.
But I also feel like as a woman, like
What does that mean? You love doing the right thing?
I just like it feels the feeling of goodness after of like, oh, I like really am righteous and true and just
Oh.
is like feels really validating. Like
okay.
so it's not even I mean, I always want to do the right thing in general, but it's not even just for the reason of doing the right thing, but how good you feel after.
Like you feel superior in a way?
Not superior,
No,
just
it's like,
like
self-esteem.
Yeah,
it's like
like-
serenity.
yeah,
it's
like,
like the difference between feeling good and
"Ooh,
serenity.
I did like I'm good. I'm
Like
like,
what kind of
I'm not working
what kind of
against the
thing?
world by like I don't know, like
Like maybe doing something dishonest to like cut
Yeah.
a corner. Like you don't do that.
Yeah.
And then afterwards you're like, thank God I didn't do that.
So
thing.
you
It feels really good.
You want credit for not doing something dishonest.
But it's not about credit because it's not about
I'm not going to tell anyone.
exactly.
I'm just going to like be like, ooh.
So when you say you do a good thing, it's like you did a good thing by not
You're
doing
so
a bad
puzzled
thing.
by this idea of like feeling good about doing the right thing.
No,
It's
no.
like alarming to me.
No. I get it. I just want to know what it means to you because some people are like, I didn't shoplift today. I did a good
Oh,
thing.
no,
Like,
no. I'm not like that. I mean more like if someone is like in trouble and like, or if there's an opportunity for you to do something
To like show up for someone,
Yeah, to
even
show-
though it might be like
yeah.
annoying, like maybe
Inconvenient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like to go out of your way to be like, I'm going to actually put someone else's needs above my own. And then like the serotonin that comes with knowing you've helped someone is just like,
wow, you get like a real natural boost from it.
it just makes me feel
Don't
like,
you relate to that?
Yeah, but yes.
As someone who lives like a service-oriented lifestyle.
Oh my god, I don't. It's like I'm.
Oh
I'm
my God, I
everything I'm saying is contradicting itself, but that's me. No, I
That's
think
okay.
that
We contain multitudes.
yeah.
we contain multitudes.
Yeah.
yeah. There's a lot of things going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that when I do something for somebody, I don't know if I get like an uptick where I'm like, oh, I feel good about it. Like, it depends what I'm doing. Like, if I'm working with someone, I mean, no, I've definitely, I don't get an immediate feeling of like a benefit from it. I just do it, and like there's in that point in time, I just feel a little better than usual.
Maybe that's what she's describing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I just think it feels good to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like,
Agreed.
yeah.
And if we lived a life where we were doing good, if we were doing charitable things more than not, we probably would have because two things happen is that you do feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
Yes. But also, if you put yourself out there and you're doing things that are charitable, then people see you as a person who is good, and it doesn't pay off instantly in dividends, but down the road, they're like, who can I use for this thing? Who can I hook up with this person? Oh, I know. This person's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which recently, actually, there's a guy I know who, I mean, I won't go into it. Man, it's rude. Anyways, I know people through how
Oh
they
gosh,
act.
I'm like so curious.
Well, no, I know people through like I'm in AA, so I know people in AA, and I watch guys like come into AA. This is a rarity. They come in and they stay for a couple of years, which is super rare, and then they become people because of like they're just being told to do all this like esteemable shit, and they're helping, and they become these people who are like. They become the person they didn't know they were, and they're actually decent people. They're not conniving. They're not fucking scheming.
Yeah.
They're not doing weird shit. There's a lot of people doing a lot of weird shit also.
Yeah.
And you see them, and it cuts through the herd.
You gestured towards me.
Not on purpose.
A lot of people doing work.
A lot of people doing a lot of weird shit.
Well, no, I'm anti-scheme at this point in my life.
Yeah,
no.
I
I'm
relate.
leading with like the heart and like where can I put goodness?
Yeah.
vibe, you know?
I agree.
You know,
I'm
But
definitely
it
anti
is true.
scheme.
It does pay off.
Yeah.
I don't like scheming. I don't want to lie.
yeah. I've never liked to
I don't
lie.
wanna lie.
I've
Yeah.
never been a liar.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah.
And I've been
I
manipulative.
love. I don't want to lie.
I don't want. Well, sometimes you have to.
Do you,
Like, yeah, in the nature of like, I don't know, if you're dealing with someone who's like a fuckface, you can't be like, you're a fuckface. You know, you have to
Right.
kinda
You have
like-
to kind of color it.
you have to
down.
lie by omission or
Yeah.
something. But like,
Yeah.
you know, but I actively don't want to engage in lying or stealing
Same.
or doing anything like that, because it's also like the road eventually narrows, and just you end up back against a wall or falling off a cliff with all
Yeah,
that shit
so
eventually.
true.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes also I think it is healing to tell someone they're a fuck face.
Yeah.
Like when you're faced, and they might need it
Yeah.
to learn and to grow. Because I feel like there's been situations in my life where I've been like, you can't talk to me like that, and you draw a boundary or whatever, and then they're like, it is actually beneficial to that person that you
Yeah.
told them, because they're like, you're right. I do need to stop. I have a bad personality.
yeah.
Well, that's a rarity that someone will take that in and not be defensive and angry.
True. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you know what I mean, it depends where
Yeah, it's all angle.
My
and
first
approach.
response when someone's like, "You're a fuckface," is like, "What?" Like, I'm gonna respond. I'm not
Right.
gonna
Yeah.
stop and be like, "Well, maybe I am actually." So how many shows have you guys done?
We've done 3.
3. Yeah.
We have one more we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have guests ever?
Yeah. We had our first guest.
Oh, you did.
Yes, it was
this past show.
my mother, who is a very renowned psychic in
No,
Los Angeles.
That's fucking
Swear
sick.
to
Oh,
God.
really?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
She's very popular. Most people know her.
Was that you that was telling me that I need to see a psychic?
I was like, you need to see Wendy.
And like I was like, I have no.
You were like scared a little bit.
No, I'm not scared. I'm so dubious of everything.
Yeah.
And my only context.
Oh yeah, you were like, she can't know anything about me.
Well, it's already tainted. Like it's already like, the only way I could ever see the only way I'd ever see a psychic is if I was like driving by and I walked in cold and offered them no information. I sat down and said, okay, let's go.
I mean, she's
But
not.
I shared with you that experience that I had where like there was like my own interpersonal like sort of fear that I had that I hadn't really shared with anybody, and she like picked up on it and then like refuted it.
Right.
You know, she was like, here's why that's not.
And what was the thing you told me about the guy?
Yeah, someone I had dated, she knew his dietary habits. She knew that he was moving before I knew, and she knew that he didn't have a place to stay.
That's crazy.
I mean, there's even crazier stories.
So if your mom's a psychic, which you obviously like are a believer in that because you believe in your mom, did she always know everything that was going on with you before you were able to tell her?
Well, she had a Kundalini awakening when I was 18.
Okay.
But
Is that just like a crazy orgasm?
It's an
Honestly,
extension of that,
kind of,
essentially.
yeah.
But she had a dream where I got named before I was born, and I'm a musician and a songwriter. And it was like, I came to her.
Her name is Harmony.
My name is Harmony. And I came to her in the dream and was like, my name is Harmony. And she woke up and was like, the baby was a girl. She didn't know the gender at the time. And she was like, and it says its name is Harmony. They're going to name me Tessa. And my dad was like, I love that because he's a musician. And so then I got named Harmony. And then she was super intuitive my whole life. But then, she had a Kundalini awakening when I was like 18. And then it was very much off to the races, just a wild.
What does that mean? She had a Kundalini awakening, actually.
I think it's kind of like complex and hard to like boil down.
Yeah.
It wasn't like an event, like she was like at an orgy or something.
No, it was not an orgy. I mean, she had like experienced something that was really emotionally intense that she had to process.
Yeah.
And it like grew and evolved into this thing where she suddenly was channeling deep metaphysics science information, which my mom is not a scientifically driven or math driven person. She's a writer vibe and an artist, not literally math and science is like a no for her. And when that started, it was very alarming, and it was accurate information too. Like they would Google things she would say after, and it would be like on the internet, like data.
And that's her gig now. She's just been a psychic.
Yeah, since then. Well, she started channeling for people.
Oh, she channels.
Yeah,
so
she
like,
reads for people.
Oh, but I thought channeling is when you get like when you're talking to a spirit.
Well, she does that too.
I really wish I could see a ghost or something, you know? I had a bunch of friends in my car the other night, and we were going to a party, and they started telling ghost stories to each other. I had two friends in my car.
Wow.
I'm being
lying
transparency.
again.
I'm being honest, a bunch. We were a bunch. Anyways, and they start telling ghost stories, and they're just like, this happened and that happened, and they're like, what happened to you? I'm like, I've never seen a ghost. I would like to see it. I've had like night terrors and seen terrible things and done all that shit, but I haven't actually seen a ghost. Where I haven't seen an apparition. And have you guys? I mean, I feel like all girls have seen ghosts. Am I wrong?
Interesting.
It's a good song title.
It is, right?
I don't know that I've seen ghosts. I've heard like weird noises and seen like doors open and closed, but it's like the verdict's out on whether that was like the air conditioner or something. You know what I mean?
So
I've never
you're
like
skeptical.
seen like a thing like moving, but I have had experiences that are like unexplainable.
Right.
I've like
You know,
felt
like
like things were
synchronicities.
haunted, but I've never like seen a ghost. No.
And are you
I've never
guys-
seen like a Victorian child or
No.
something.
Yeah.
That would be
you
turnt
know?
though.
That's
Yeah.
what I need to see. Is like I need to see like, you know.
I think you should see Wendy because I think it'll like validate that there's like more out there.
I'm just
Maybe it'll
so-
crack something open.
I'm so skeptical, and I'm not scared.
But
I'm
that's
just,
great. She loves skeptics.
Skeptics. I mean,
Yeah.
she's recently changed to skeptic, who's
Really?
also a podcaster.
Jack
Really?
Wagner.
Jack Wagner.
He was a skeptic. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's got the thing with the
And she's gonna be on his show. I don't know if I.
right. He's got the paranormal thing going on. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a very skeptical person, but
Yeah.
he's started to change because of these different things. And he's seen my mom now a few times because of her.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, so has a completely different outlook because he was like not really not believing in things.
I mean, I would love to believe in something like that. I think that could be cool. I just don't. I don't know.
I think it's helpful as somebody who's moves through like a group that's, you know, related to spirituality and believing in like a higher power and something greater than yourself. It's like really validating that there are like other things going on beyond our comprehension.
Well, the problem is that if I do see a psychic and something happens, I have to take back all the times I've made fun of Renee.
Who's
because
Renee?
he sees psychics.
Renee is fully into everything that has to do with any of that. He's like, he goes to,
I mean, that's a big price to pay.
isn't it? I have to
Yeah.
give that up.
Ego death is powerful.
True.
Period.
Smash the ego.
Yeah.
Let's smash our egos today, guys. You wanna-
Ego smash.
Let's smash Jason's
it.
ego first. I try to smash his ego all the time.
Jason, you're
For his own
awesome. We
You
love
seem
you,
very
Jason.
Don't
humble.
smash.
He seems
Yeah,
like a humble
super
king.
chill.
Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not much to smash though, man.
Oh, come on. You're the best.
Oh, thank you.
I'm on the hags wave for now.
Yeah,
Jason,
there you
let's-
go.
Good
let's
vibes
bump Jason
only.
up.
Yeah.
Feels good to do the right thing, doesn't it?
I feel great. I felt that little serotonin
See?
uptick.
Yeah, see? It's nice.
I feel great. Okay. That's
Keep
good.
it friendly. Keep it cozy.
So what did you grow up in LA?
Yeah. Did you grow up in LA?
I did, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
What part did you grow up in?
I grew up in Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Like by Runyon Canyon entrance.
Oh, okay.
The apartments.
You're like a Hollywood kid.
Yeah. But I moved to the Valley when I was like 10. And
My
then back to
dad
Hollywood.
used to live on those apartments next to the Magic Castle.
Oh, so sick.
I realized this the other day. When I was a kid, he lived there. And
Yeah, I grew up right there.
yeah, right in that little
Yeah.
like that's such a very specific
Such
LA.
a very intense zone. Yeah.
Yeah, I can smell like
Yeah.
I remember going there as a kid.
What do you smell?
I can just smell
What's that?
Hollywood in
Seedy,
like late 80s.
yeah.
Like
What does that smell like? Can you describe it?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I was out by the pool, and my dad's neighbor was out there, and he's wearing a tiny banana hammock covered in suntan oil.
Oh, wow.
With a perfectly waxed mustache because he's a magician.
Wow.
Wow.
And
I love the
me-
Magic Castle.
Yeah, he was a Magic Castle guy.
The best vibe.
And I remember sitting next to him, just looking at him as a kid, and then he made himself disappear in my mouth. No, I'm kidding. He didn't.
Oh
do that.
my God. Wait, did he have one ear?
No, he didn't. Why? Is there a bed? That sounds terrible.
Well, I mean, I know a magician. I don't know if he's making himself disappear in people's mouths or anything, but I mean, I'm sure he has before. Maybe not kids, but he has one ear.
A magician.
And he's a magician, and he has a perfectly waxed.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
Mustache.
this,
Mustache, I feel like, is a staple of the magician community.
yeah.
of the magician community, yeah,
Yeah.
and it should fucking
Okay.
stay there.
Yeah. No,
Right?
completely.
Agreed? Can we
Yeah.
all agree on that?
Definitely can
it should
agree.
never leave those boundaries.
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen somebody make it work, and I can't.
There's no way. You would never fuck anyone with a wax mustache.
Monopoly Man is good.
That wasn't a magician.
Wait, where did you grow up in LA?
I grew up in Venice.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I went to Hamilton
Oh, okay.
for 2 years.
Yeah. Really,
Really cannot relate to this.
I
yeah,
know.
you were in Tejas
Yeah.
hunting boar and stuff or whatever.
Well, my dad hunts boar.
Your dad hunts boar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here's something I've never ever talked to you about. Sorry, I've never talked to you about. You were on. I know you were on a reality TV show. We have to talk about it,
We have to.
right?
Yes.
So, and I met you long before I knew that was a thing. And then
When did we meet?
a minimum 7 years ago, but I've been around
Yeah.
longer, so it could have been longer, but probably 7 years ago, I would guess.
Because I came around 8 years ago.
There you go, 7 years ago. And I knew you for a while before I knew that like you had a whole life as a reality
Yeah.
MTV, and it was like a big thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for like we were the highest rated show for 12 to 17-year-old girls
Oh my God.
at the time.
And it was just you living your life in Texas? Or were you in New York?
The first season was in Texas. Like it was like Big Fish, Little Pond, and the second season was in New York. It was like Little Fish, Big Pond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And was it only 2 seasons or was it longer?
it was only 2 seasons.
Why
yeah.
was it only 2? Did you freak out?
No, I
freaked it?
You freaked it.
I mean, I freaked it in a way.
How could you not, though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's what I do, I guess. But
You freak it.
I have a tendency to freak it.
That's what they say. They say
Yeah.
Liz will freak it if it needs to get freaked.
Yeah,
And usually it does.
It does,
Yeah,
everything does
so
get
true.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, I don't know why it ended really. I mean, it was like I guess they changed like someone like up in the ranks, some sort of like CEO or something. Like there was like a switch and they were trying to do this whole new rebrand of MTV. And I think a lot of shows on my block got chopped.
What years was that?
It started when we started shooting like casting when I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's so crazy.
I went on into my first year.
So 2007.
I guess so.
Yeah.
It was the
2007.
summer of junior year.
It aired according to the internet.
Oh, the fact checker over here.
Yeah, they
Love
started
that.
doing like casting and stuff in my junior year. And then we shot the pilot in the summer of my junior year.
I completely missed that whole thing. I mean, I think I
it's,
wasn't.
it's online somewhere, isn't it?
You weren't really the demographic.
Yeah.
So-
What do you mean? I
Yeah.
beg
It's
to
never too
differ.
late to become the demographic,
I know.
though.
Yeah.
You might be the current demographic.
Can you
Our friend
imagine I start
John
watching it and I'm just
watched
like obsessed?
it. Like watched the whole thing.
John who? Oh, no way. Oh,
Swear.
I could see him doing
I need
that.
to watch it, honestly. Maybe we could live stream us watching it.
Yeah.
Do a marathon?
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Like, what do you,
I haven't seen it since it came out.
what are your thoughts on it? Is it a thing where you're like embarrassed of it? Do you think it was cool? Like, what do you,
No, I'm not really embarrassed of a lot at this point.
that's cool.
You know?
Yeah.
Raw nerve energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just like I can't change it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
True.
part of who I
True.
am.
True.
And
Yep.
like, I think after also like a certain like point in time, like the things that were once embarrassing become like endearing and like funny and fun to like explore.
Well, also like integral to what shaped you. Too.
Yeah.
Like you're like, once you, I feel like reach an age, you're like, well, this was weird, but it also is part of what has shaped me. So
Yeah.
I can't really resent it that much.
Precisely,
journey.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be who I am, which is someone that I like, if
Right.
I hadn't had that experience.
Exactly.
So it's like,
Oh.
I feel like when you're
you
in
make
self
peace with
hate,
it.
it's easier to be like, I can't look at that when you have angst.
Well, was there a period where you were just bummed on it?
yeah, I think so. I think because like I wanted to be taken seriously at a certain point. And
Right.
like, I don't know if you know this about reality TV stars on MTV, but like,
That's
Well,
hard.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also I feel like, I don't know, like I think it's like you did it as a kid and it's like, I don't know, like it's not like you spent the whole rest of your life on like Big Brother or something trying to chase this like weird reality
Right.
bag, you know, you just
Totally.
kind of like, you did this thing, right? I don't know. I actually don't know. Like, did you act afterwards or do anything?
not really. I
Following?
mostly
It
did
would be
like
cool to have-
drugs.
You did drugs. And like, what was it like when, like, you know,
Obsessed.
like listen, me, I feel like all of those things are just like I always feel like it's better to have done than not anything,
Yes, I agree.
even if it's like anything. Like, I don't know, like there's a million things that I've done where I'm like, that was really stupid, you know. And I'm not
yes
talking
man
about your thing.
energy. Yes man.
Right? Like,
Yes.
Peak yesness.
Peak yesness.
peak, yes,
Yeah.
totally. Yes, man, like Jim Carrey, yes, man. Is that what we're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but I also like, it's like you said, you can't go back, and I don't know, I would do it. I would be like, fuck it. Like, I'd probably do it. I don't know. I'd do it. I'd always want to do it. It's always like, it's such a weird thing because if you do it instead of not do it, then if it never existed, whatever. I'm trying to have a
I mean,
that's
but that's like precisely what we're saying.
Yeah,
We need to
exactly.
normalize clown behavior.
Yeah.
It's okay to
True.
be clowny sometimes
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
your life.
Yeah.
Like,
We're post cringe.
Yeah.
Like,
post cringe.
well, like no one has historically throughout their life always been the sexiest, coolest, most on trend person.
and that's boring.
And like I love that I was into All Time Low.
Yeah.
I still listen to All Time Low sometimes. Like
What is it, like some power pop?
it's
punk
like
shit?
yeah, like Vans Warped Tour energy.
Fuck yeah.
Which
but
is
that shit's like
it's-
celebrated now,
it's-
isn't it?
it's
yeah,
like
that's another thing is like the
this,
sort of
the trend cycle thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the like that aesthetic that was once like super humiliating, embarrassing
Yeah.
has like somehow come back
you
around. So
kidding
I'm
me?
like, actually, I did have a side bang,
Right.
And
Yeah.
it was box red, like dyed.
Yeah, all that terrible shit that happened is like being celebrated ad nauseum, except for the super terrible shit. They don't touch like, you know, they're not touching like POD
Like
or
fedoras.
Like,
oh
yeah,
no, it's
Fe-
POD is
What is that?
totally
Youth of a Nation.
Yeah,
Is that
POD
legit now?
POD is back. Yeah.
Oh,
What is
okay.
that?
POD, Flyleaf, Christian rock.
Oh, Flyleaf. I love Flyleaf.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay, see,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not into Flyleaf in like I like Flyleaf for fun way. I just love that song.
Yeah, there's like nostalgia.
Yeah.
Well, you know how it
connected
is. You
to
start
it.
doing something as like you start doing something for parody, and next thing you know, it becomes a part of your whole like repertoire.
Oh, literally.
Like you start wearing a Monster has a joke, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm wearing Monster Energy shit all the time, and it
You're
fucking
at the
works.
demolition
I think
derby, and
that's
it's
been-
really fun.
The culture shift for so long is like irony became the thing, but then
Yeah.
the irony became like
Earnest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's just like we're all kind of confused what's happening.
Everyone's
Yeah.
confused. It's interesting
Yeah.
seeing it happen because I'm so much older than you guys, and
Yeah.
seeing things that were like. Okay, here's
How
a
old
great.
are you? How much older than us are you?
I'm like 32.
Oh,
40
we're the
I'm-
same age.
No, I'm 48.
No, good
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your
I'm
birthday?
Nice.
May 31st.
Okay,
Oh,
cute.
what's
You're
your sign?
Gemini.
I'm Gemini. Yeah.
Gemini King.
What about moon and rising?
I don't know.
It's never too late to find out.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone have the giant book they can look at and look at my thing.
Yeah.
The Akashic Records.
He's got it.
Yeah.
No, don't. It's you can do it. Like here's
I'm a Gemini moon. I love Gemini.
I'm also Gemini.
Gemini's
Rising.
rip, right? We're just
Yeah. Geminis are really
we get a
interesting.
bad reputation, but
They're
I
chatty.
think we're tight.
Chatty and complicated.
Complicated.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But they can also like kind of get along with anyone.
yes,
in a way.
I think
Unless
so.
they're like being hated by
Yeah.
someone.
right. Unless they're being hated on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a lot of haters as Geminis, right?
It's
We're all
true.
three Geminis here.
I'm a
Well,
Gemini
I have a
rising.
Gemini moon.
Gemini rising.
We
What
all
does
have
that mean?
Gemini
Oh, so you're not-
placements.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have your part. You're like mixed. You're part Gemini.
Yeah, I'm a Libra.
Yeah.
But everyone knows the Gemini.
Everybody's mixed.
The
though.
Gemini one drop rule. If you have any Gemini in you, you're full Gemini. You guys know about that? It's true.
I mean, I kind of feel like I have Gemini vibes, honestly. I've accepted this.
Yeah.
Well, like when I was
same.
when I was a kid in high school, if you listen to Morrissey, you were put in a certain like you're a certain group of people not to be fucked with. You were like an outcast.
Really?
Yes, that's the thing.
Wow.
When I was in high school, it was like the guys that listen to Morrissey were just like that whole. Like,
Was it like you were too sad vibes?
yeah, like they were true emo before emo happened. I think.
Right.
And they were like kind of goth emo, and they listened to Morrissey, and it was just like those guys were fucking whatever.
Were you one of those people?
They were like, you're
No.
weird.
Okay.
No, I wasn't one of those people. But then later on, Morrissey kind of blew up. Like all the skaters in New York started listening to Morrissey.
Right.
Right. And then that was like, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago. And then it's just like, and I remember being like, why is everyone into Morrissey now? This is so weird. And like, why are these like cool guys super into Morrissey? And then it spread into this whole thing where like Morrissey became this like,
Right.
for a while, it was like this thing, you know? But that's what happens with like those cultural things. Like, you know, that's just happening to this day. And like some of it's parody and some of it is like rediscovering stuff that was like, Morrissey's great.
I think it's just it shows that nothing is authentically 100% cool.
Yes.
You know,
How
Which
can
is
it be?
which is
Yeah.
freeing.
Yeah.
How
which is
can anything
liberating.
anything that is too cool is lame.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like once it gets so cool that you're like maybe there's a couple things that are so cool that they transcend.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, I can't say.
yeah. What are
because-
your favorite, most coolest things?
like? What do you mean?
Oh wow,
What?
it's 555.
Make a wish.
Make a wish. What did you guys wish for?
Well, I can't tell you.
Come on, just say it. I made a wish.
I kind of get distracted. I jump between wishes and then it's kind of just like,
You lose it.
and then it's
Yeah.
like a text jumble of ideas.
Right.
And
Right.
it's like, I hope something landed.
There's something got through.
Yeah.
You won't tell. You refuse.
Well, I didn't really make a wish. You asked me too soon.
Okay.
I wanted to like make it count, so I was like trying to think about what I want.
It's
but
not too
honestly,
late.
I feel pretty.
Oh wait, it's 5:56. It's over. Sorry.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's okay.
We have to wait around another
I feel
hour for
pretty
that to happen.
satiated
Yeah.
with my circumstances. Oh, so we have 15 minutes left.
Yeah, listen, everybody. It's been a great show. We're going to follow up with part 2 of the show on the Patreon. Are you doing a Patreon?
Yeah.
It'll be up in a few weeks.
Up in a few weeks.
Love that. Wow.
But we've been around
We're
for what?
learning.
How long have we been
We're
around?
learning so much.
Almost 3 years.
3 years. And
How
we're
is
just,
your Patreon going?
we don't have it yet.
Oh,
We've been around for 3. You guys already started a Patreon. We've been around for 3 years, and we're just now being like, should we fucking commodify this thing? Like,
yeah.
Well, we're making $80 a month.
Yeah.
that's huge.
Yeah.
Not
That's
to
no,
brag.
that's actually really. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I feel like starting it now is good. You know, I'm anti-cameras, but that's do you.
I mean, we don't have to do
You're not
cameras right away.
anti-cameras. You're like
I'm anti-production.
You're pro audio.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep. I'm trying to
but
make.
like phones are fine.
Yeah, phone. Like I think
Yeah.
if you're gonna do, not to go back to what your setup is gonna be, and not that you asked me to like overly fucking explain things, but my personal experience would be keep it as cheap and slim as possible, and don't don't paint yourself in a corner where you're beholden to anything too early.
Yeah.
But starting a Patreon right out the gate is fucking smart because it already exists and you're getting $80 a month. That's huge.
Yeah.
Because
We
like you
had
guys
a
could turn around
Patreon
and be like,
before we even dropped.
Yeah. The Patreon was the first
Podcast.
thing with the email address and the PayPal.
Yeah.
God bless. I love
Hagspod
making
at
accounts.
and you know what I saw? There's a podcast that he does that's there. I'm on their mailing list. I'm like, I never even thought of that. Like I don't treat
Oh, a
this
mailing list.
right.
MailChimp.
Think about it.
We got to
Never
MailChimp
seen-
it.
Yeah, get a MailChimp. Like
Oh
I
my
have a
God,
whole
I've always wanted to do that.
get a mailing
That
list.
feels very adult. Like, oh my God, I'm sending out an email to my mailing list. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm grown up now.
yeah.
You know.
You guys are grown up.
I'm grown
You're big
up.
time grown ups. You have your podcast. You've arrived.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Yeah, there are things. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to tell you what like things I think are cool. I mean, because it also ends up being like the most like nerdy, chuggy shit in the world.
No,
You
no,
know
no.
what I mean?
I want to know.
Oh yeah, can I lean back? And just,
We're
like,
behind
do
the
this?
paywall.
Oh, this was the paywall.
Oh, now you can cuss too.